What's up everybody, this is Mike at Fouch Fabs. Today we're going to be making a sink template. All the sinks come with a template, but they make it to where it's kind of a flush mount. It's what it claims to be. It's kind of flush on the sides, but here it sits back on that metal a little bit. That's not the way we like to do our sinks. They also come with a little line here that's supposed to be able to just kind of tear it, but it normally don't tear real easy. Then that's supposed to give us our 1/8 inch setback. That will bring it back just a little bit on the sides, but it'll put it about flush on the top. The way we do our sinks, we like to have a little bit of overhang. This is our showroom that we're filming in right now, but you can see I've got a 1/4 inch or better of lip around both of my sinks. That makes the sinks look better. All these sinks, when you set something flat on them, they end up with like a V shape, and then you can see all the silicone and all that on that V shape. If you bring that stone in, it eliminates that ugly looking V shape that food and mildew and water and all that get caught in. So I'm going to show you how we modify our templates to make the sink look the best. So this is the sink we'll be using. It's a 70-30 sink. The 70 is the large side, the 30 is the small side. We don't sell a whole lot of the 70-30s, but I'd say maybe 1 out of every 20 sinks is a 70-30, but I've got one coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this. So the first thing we're going to do, it's real simple, real easy. We're going to take care of this little nubby line they got here. You could try to peel it off like that. You could take some scissors, cut around it like that. Or you could take a real nice sharp razor knife. And you can cut down it like that. Now most people don't have surgical skill with a razor knife. I, on the other hand, was blessed with that. So we'll just go ahead and use the razor knife here. It's good for cutting templates. I guess if I wanted to try to be a surgeon or a serial killer, it might work good for me in those aspects too. But for right now, we'll focus on the template making. Bam! So now we got the little nubs cut off. So we'll check it to the sink here. And so, if you look, to me, that's kind of flush mount, all right? We're right inside this little rollover here, if you look at it. So what's going to happen when you cut this sink out, you might cut it 100% perfect with that 5-inch blade, but more than most likely you're going to have little lines cut in it, and you're going to have to take a 36 stone it real nice and smooth. If you get any chips in it, you're going to stone those chips out. Then you got to go through, I use the Viper Elite 6-step pad. You're going to have to go through 6 pads and polish that to where it's nice and smooth. So once you use that blade, that stone, those pads, you're going to end up going back another at least 1/16, probably more like 1/8 of an inch. So that's going to put you right back where you started from. So to make that not happen, we're going to make one of these, and I'm going to show you how we do it. This is basically a little jig I use so I don't have to do the time-consuming, take the tape measure all the way around. I'll show you that process, but we're not going to use the tape measure process. That's fancy, ain't it? So how you make these? The first thing you do is you find you an ink pen or a little whiteout pen. That's what I use. This is this part of a whiteout pen. I just broke it off. That's the same thing that is. That come off of an ink pen. All right? So, you're going to break that off. You're going to get you just a regular pencil. Then you're going to get you some tape. Don't matter what kind of tape. I was actually looking for some electrical tape because it's a little easier to work with, but I didn't have any luck, so I'm using the masking tape. So all you do is you put this on here, just like so, because you want a little bit of space away from it. All right, so you're gonna take your tape now, pull you off a little bit. You want this bad boy, to where it's about even. All right. So we're gonna take some of this, we're gonna touch it to this, and we're gonna try to get it as even as we can get it to that right there. And then we're just gonna tape this tape around it here. It's not the easiest thing to do when your fingers don't work real good. And we're gonna tape it. So I think I got it pretty good. I'm not perfectly level, but I'm close enough. And you'll see why. I'm gonna put a little bit more tape on there just to make it a little more stable. And we can use the blue one I made, or we can use this one. I'll use this one since you guys saw me make it. So, it don't take a real long time to do it. So now you're set. We got this spare one here in case I end up breaking the lead on this one. If you break the lead, you got to take it apart, resharpen your pencil and all that, which is still not too hard. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you about somewhere around 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but if I put the pencil lead right there on the 3 mark, that puts me about 1/8 inch heavy. Real close to 3/16, and that's about what we want. So if you didn't make one of these little pencil jigs, your only other option would be to take your tape measure. You're going to go around here like so. I usually start on one of the inch marks, and you're going to go 1/8 of an inch. Bam. Put that on the edge, 1/8 of an inch. Bam. On the edge, 1/8 of an inch. Bam. And you're going to have to do that all the way around. Bam. And then after you make all those lines, then you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to kind of draw and freehand that on there. Pain in the ass, let me tell you. I've done it that way for a long time before I came up with my genius pencil idea. On the straight areas, you don't have to do that. You can measure an 1/8 inch here, 1/8 inch here, and get you a straight edge and mark it. But what you'll notice doing that is these bad boys ain't perfectly straight. They've got just a little bit of a curve to it. So if you put that straight edge on there and you cut it, your sink ain't perfect, and the customers don't like it. So it's better to do it the way we getting ready to do it. So. And this, it don't turn out 100% perfect. And I'll tell you right now, I'm better with the grinder all day long than I am with a pencil. So any that I'm out on this, I can clean it up with my grinder. So we're gonna start with this. Like I said, I'm not an artist by any means. My buddy Joe Hinkle, he's a tattoo guy back in Gilbert, West Virginia. And he's freaking awesome. He could probably freehand these all day long, but I'm not Joe. So you can check him out at Tattoo Joe's on online, Facebook if you want. But I'm gonna take this little orange part here and I'm gonna put it toward the end right here. Right on the outside of that, all right? It's kind of gonna be my little jig there. And then I'm just gonna kind of follow this bad boy here. and you will get off. And as you use your pencil, it'll get a little smaller. And as you break the tips of your pencils off, it'll get a little smaller. And I think I just might have broke my lid. Those daggone pencil sharpeners I got from the flea market. All right, so I don't know if you noticed or not, but that was one hell of a lot quicker than doing it with the tape measure. So now we've got that done. Even though my pencil lead broke, I did persevere and get through it. So now our options are to take the razor knife or use the scissors. I usually always prefer the razor knife. Don't do this on your granite table at home because this razor knife may make some scratches on it. We own a granite shop and I am the god of top polishing. So if I scratch up my island here at the shop, I can fix it. But if you mess up your island at home doing this, you're probably gonna have to call me to fix it. And probably not gonna do it for free. So you might want to put you down a piece of cardboard or something before you decide to start doing surgery on your island. But if you want to, I'm always open for business. I'm hoping with my good looks and awesome personality that my movie star career will take off, but until then I'll keep doing this granite thing. My goal is to one day be able to go hike the Appalachian Trail for about 6 months and have this thing run while I'm gone. But, you know, people want world peace and shit too, so probably both happen about the same time. So this is what we got, guys. We've got it trimmed up. We've got it ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to take it out there and give it to my guy who's cutting out my sinks today. And we will make a beautiful, perfect 70-30 sink. And Gary and I is going to make another video on who won the free vanity. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.